What is up, guys? My name is Nick and welcome back to another top 5. Now this one's going to be a little different because we're only talking meta weapons. We're not talking guns that I love, guns that you guys love and all that kind of stuff. We're talking about the most used weapons in the game. So we're going to be using the Ram 9, we're going to be using the Bal 27, a whole bunch of stuff that everybody is currently using, and that is going to be in this week's top 5. So let's get into it, guys. Let's start off with the Ram 9 best class setup. But before we do, if you guys could drop a like on this video, it really helps me out a lot, man. It helps push out the videos and stuff. So if you guys do enjoy these top 5s, just drop a quick like, sub to the channel if there's anything on, and let me know down in the comments below what is your favorite weapon this season. Mine's the Bal 27. I can't get enough of it. Some people hate it for some reason. I love the gun. I don't know what it is about it. It's just so fun to play with. All right, but let's get into the Ram 9, guys. This is class number 1, and the lights behind me are going to change with every camo that we throw on the gun as well. So every time we have a different camo on, those lights are going to change too. Let's get into the Ram 9. So the first attachment is going to be the SL Razorhawk light. Now I've never actually used this one. It's actually something that I've never touched. I've never thrown on a class or anything like that, but it's really good. Like if you look at it, you get aim walking steadiness, you get tac stance spread, sprint to fire speed, and ADS. You're getting 15 sprint to fire, 10 ADS, and you're getting tactical stance spread 15. No other cons. Like, it's actually insane. It's such a good class. Now the only cons are that your flashlight is visible, which is not a con because it could work in your favor, and your laser is visible in ADS as well, which again could work in your favor somewhat, but that's gonna be it right there. The second attachment is gonna be the stock, and this is gonna be the HVS 3.4 pad. You're gonna get gun kick control with this, aim walking steadiness, firing aim stability, and recoil control. You're gonna lose some sprint to fire at 3%, but you're getting 13 recoil gun kick. You're getting 5 horizontal, and you're getting 5 vertical. So it's actually pretty good. It's a good trade-off in my opinion. I would definitely run that. For the comb, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put on the recon comb right here to get some more sprint to fire back, some more ADS, and all that kind of stuff. We're getting 17 sprint to fire. Like, this class is unfair. You're really fast fit, and then you're getting ADS at 3 as well. You're losing 6 ADS movement speed, but you're not losing any recoil, you're not losing any range. It's worth throwing on to your class right there. And then we're gonna go to the rear grip and we're gonna put on the retort. Now the retort is amazing because you're getting, look at all this, you're getting 10 recoil gun kick, 7 horizontal, 7 vertical. There's no cons. There's literally no cons to this. The only con is aiming idle sway, but once you start shooting, that aiming idle sway disappears anyways. So definitely go ahead and throw on the retort right there. Now the last attachment is going to be an optional one. You could throw on a bigger magazine if you want. I don't recommend doing it, but you could definitely do it if you want. I recommend going and putting on the FTAC MSP 98 hand stop for vertical recoil, gun kick control, and movement speed, and aim walking speed, and all that kind of stuff. Now you're going to lose a little bit of horizontal recoil, but it's not that bad. You're getting mobility really nice, and you're getting recoil gun kick at 5 and vertical at 7. So it's really good. If you go into the firing range with this class, you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. The recoil is so easy to control at close and mid. When you get to that long range, that's when it kind of like struggles a little bit. I wouldn't really recommend this class for long range, but you could definitely still hit your shots. It's just a lot harder, as you guys can see right there. I wouldn't recommend it for long range. This is an SMG. It's built for close range, so don't try to use it at those ranges. It's not going to work. It's not one of those classes, but it's still really quick. You guys can see right there the sprint to fire. Look how it's kind of instant. Like, it's really fast, and overall it's one of my favorite classes right now in this season to use. But let's move on to the next weapon, and that's going to be my absolute favorite, the Bal 27. On the Bal 27, which by the way I love the lights for this one, you're going to go and use the lone fire comp barrel. Now this one's going to actually give you recoil control and gun kick control. It's going to take away quite a bit of ADS. Right? It's going to take away 22 ADS, which is kind of crazy, but that vertical recoil control at 25% and that horizontal at 16 are kind of worth throwing on. And then you get gun kick control at 6, and the only thing you lose in terms of range is 5%, actually not even 6, 5% bullet velocity, which is honestly not bad whatsoever. I'm going to definitely keep this attachment on. Then we got the DR6 hand stop because we want some speed involved with this class as well. So you're going to get ADS speed, you're going to get aim walking speed, you're going to get sprint to fire speed, and you're going to get movement speed with this right here. Really worth it. Your mobility goes up like crazy, and your ADS is up 7, your sprint to fire is up 8. So definitely worth running on right here. Now I wouldn't recommend an optic on this one. I would actually go to the magazine and throw on the 60, okay? Because if you throw on the 60, you're going to lose some sprint to fire at 11 and some ADS at 10, but it's worth having on this gun. This gun shoots pretty fast, so I really recommend throwing that on as well. This stock is going to be the Ardent Tac stock. This is going to give you gun kick control, it's going to give you firing aim stability, and it's going to give you recoil control. 29% recoil gun kick, horizontal and vertical both at 7, definitely worth throwing on. And then the rear grip is going to be the final one, and that's going to be the Channel M grip for even more recoil control and gun kick control. You're going to get 10 of everything right there in the recoil control, so really worth it. You go into the fire range. I'm going to show you guys this gun. This one's pretty fast still, even though we lost a lot of ADS and sprint to fire. It's still pretty fast, so we'll sprint and then we'll shoot. That's a little slower, but if you play with this gun right and you actually hold areas down, you're gonna do really good. It's not a gun that you want to rush like crazy with. It's not a gun that you want to just like act like it's an SMG and stuff. You could definitely do that with the right class, but this class right here is literally built for all ranges. I don't know how I missed my shots there. I pulled down too hard thinking that the recoil was going to be crazy, and I went too down. But anyways, it's really nice. This class is really good to use, and it's the one I've been using for the longest time now, so definitely go ahead and use it. Here's the classes you guys can see on screen. I'm not sure if I showed you guys this class in full on screen, but this is it right here as well. In case you guys want to go ahead and get that, there it is right there. Now let's move on to another weapon, and I think the next one that we're going to do is going to be the BP50, because this class seems to be everybody's favorite at the moment. Let's get into class number 3, the BP50. Now for the BP50, man, this is a class that I kind of didn't want to use for the longest time, but I kind of got into it afterwards, and it's actually really good for up close. All right, it's not good for a long range. It's okay for long range, but this is a class that you want to use as a rusher. And the first one we're going to throw on is the Shadow Strike Suppressor. This is so you can get around the map shooting your gun without being visible. There's no cons to it, as you guys can see right here, but there's also no pros except for the fact that you're undetectable on the radar. Kind of worth running if you want to actually just not be seen whatsoever. It's the complete opposite of the Jack BFB. It's really good to run right there. The next attachment is going to be the laser, and this is the FJX Ultra Beam XR. This is going to give you a flashlight, which is a con, but it's also a pro at the same time. It's going to give you aim walking steadiness, and it's going to give you sprint to fire speed. And it's going to give you sprint to fire speed. I don't know what happened there. I kind of messed up my wording. But anyways, we got sprint to fire at 8%. And the good thing about this is when that flashlight goes into people's eyes, it could bother some people and it works out in your favor. So we're going to do that for sure. Some people opt for an optic on this one, and if you were to use this one, I would kind of recommend going for like the Morse sight or something like that. There it is, the Morse dot sight. It's pretty nice, it's pretty clean, but you don't really need an optic on the BP50, okay? You really just don't need it, in my opinion. We're going to go to the conversion kit and throw on a Jack Revenger kit, okay? This one's going to give you the magazine ammo capacity, which is nice. It's going to give you vertical recoil, aim, down sight speed, and movement speed. And if we look at that right there, our rate of fire goes up 15% to almost 1,000 rounds per minute, which is crazy, but it takes away so much range to make it really good at close range, right? We're losing 20 effective and minimum, and we're losing 25 bullet velocity, but we're getting, look at all that movement stuff, right? 10 movement, 13 crouch movement, 9 sprint speed, 10 tactical sprint, 10 ADS movement speed, 22 ADS, and sprint to fire. Really worth it in my opinion. It's actually kind of nice, so definitely go ahead and throw that on. And when you do throw that on, make sure to go to the ammunition and throw on the high grain rounds, okay? This is going to give you bullet velocity, some of it that you just lost back at 15% rather than 20, but kind of worth it. But you're also going to be getting damage range with it as well, so your minimum damage range and your effective damage range also go up 15%. Really worth running on. You got to make sure that if you throw this on, you have this on. You don't want to play without it. Your gun's just going to be horrible and only for up close. Right now, at least it's good at mid and up close. And then finally, we're going to go to the rear grip, and we're going to throw on the TRST IV grip tape. I think IV is 8 or 9. I think one of you guys told me. I just don't remember. In all fairness, I'm so bad at Roman numerals. But anyways, this one is firing, aim stability, recoil control, and gun kick control. 1077, you guys already know it. There's no cons to it. This is the class for it right here, the whole entire class. I'm going to show you guys in the firing range. It's actually not bad at long range. It's not great, but like up close, it shoots fast. Mid, it shoots fast. You go to that long range, and you could hit every single shot if you actually have good accuracy. Now, even if your accuracy is a little off, you can readjust it, and it's nice, but it's really good. Like, you're really fast. You got 60 rounds in here, but look how fast that is. Look at that. That sprint to fire is literally insane. This class is insane. You got to definitely use this class. Now, I have another BP50 class that I've shared with you guys last week. Check that one out if you guys want one that has no recoil whatsoever and is amazing for long and mid-range. That's the complete opposite of this class, because this one's close in mid-range. You guys could go ahead and take that one as well. Let's move on to another weapon on this list, and I want to go to the MTZ before we go to the MCW, because the MTZ is actually a really good gun. Even though it caught a nerf, the MCW caught a buff, I still love the MTZ more than the MCW at the moment. Let's get into it. Now, for the MTZ, the first thing we're going to go into is the barrel, and that's going to be the MTZ Clinch Pro Barrel, all right? You're getting bullet velocity, you're getting damage range, you're getting aiming idle sway, and firing aim stability. We're losing only 4 sprint to fire and 7 ADS movement speed. That's nothing, all right, guys? We're getting 21 effective and minimum damage range, and bullet velocity up 26. Really good attachment to throw on. Definitely definitely do that. Then for the muzzle, we're going to put on the RF Crown 50. I like this one for the recoil control and the gun kick control. We're losing 18 ADS, which is pretty heavy, I'll be honest with you guys, but 16 recoil gun kick, 19 horizontal, and 16 vertical. You can't get better than that, all right? It's really nice to throw on, so definitely do that. And I want to have even better recoil control, so instead of throwing on the DR6 hand stop, because we don't care about ADS and sprint to fire on this class so much, we're going to go a little further out here, and you're going to find, once you go a little further out, you'll see the Bruin heavy support grip, and it's going to give you that gun kick control, but it's also going to give you that horizontal recoil, firing, aim stability, and aiming idle sway. We're going to lose a little more ADS with this one. I think it's at 10. Yeah, it's at 10 right there. It kind of sucks, but we're getting 11 recoil gun kick, horizontal at 8, and then vertical we're losing 4. So you might think like, why do you want to lose 4? Vertical is very easy to control on this gun, guys. So even if we lose 4, it's as if we're losing nothing whatsoever. Now for the magazine, I recommend running the 50 round drum on this class, just because the MTZ does shoot, as you guys can see. Let's just go into the barrel a second, so I can show you guys 810 rounds per minute. That's pretty fast for an AR. So definitely put on 50 rounds for this one, so you don't run out of bullets so much. And then for the optic, I'm actually going to opt for the Morse dot sight on this one right here, so you guys can see how clean it is. We're going to go into the firing range. You guys are going to see the recoil control on this gun is so easy to control. You guys are going to see that right there. Look at that. Look at that. Every single distance. I'm barely touching that right stick. Let me touch the right stick actually for long range, just so I can show you guys, because I was barely touching it there. You saw it go left and right there. But let me touch the right stick here just to show you guys how much easier it is to control, as you guys can see right there. I was trying to show you guys without really controlling the recoil, but it's so good, this class. And the Morse dot sight is one of the nicest sights in the game. But anyways, we're going to move on to the last class in the game here, and that's going to be the MCW. But first, if you need to get the MTZ class, you guys can see it right here. But let's get into that MCW class, because this one's nice. Let's go into it. Now, obviously for the MCW, we're going to throw on the Jack Raven kit. This is going to give you that rate to fire, mobility and handling, damage at close range, which is crazily nice, and hip fire and tac stand spread. We're going to lose 26 effective damage range, 32 bullet velocity. Crazy right there, but we're going to get 32 increase for headshot damage, so it goes up to 49. I wish it went up to 50. I really wish it did. And then 6 lower torso damage, which is really nice, but your rate of fire goes up to 800, which makes it really good, close to that MTZ. Not bad whatsoever. 28 vertical recoil control. We're losing 95 horizontal. That's insane. It looks really bad on paper, but look at all those pros right there. We're getting sprint to fire 15, 2 movement speed, 4 crouch movement speed, 2 sprint speed, all that kind of stuff. So it looks really nice, but it also looks really bad at the same time, but it's worth throwing this one on for sure, guys. Then we're going to go to the stock, and we're going to get that gun kick under control, all right? We're going to put 31% on that recoil gun kick, 15 on horizontal, 15 on vertical, losing a bit of mobility and handling, but worth it. So that's going to be the SL Warforged Precision stock. You're going to want to throw that one on for sure. It's going to help you guys out a lot. After that, we're going to go over to the underbarrel, and instead of running anything like the DR6 hand stop, because we don't really want that at the moment, we're actually going to put on the MSP98 hand stop for this one right here. So it's going to give you that vertical recoil control. It's also going to give you gun kick control, and the best part about it is it's not taking away any ADS or sprint to fire, so really worth throwing on this class right here. And if you want to take it even a step further, but you're going to lose some horizontal, I believe, with it, that's going to be the Bruin heavy. Actually, you're losing vertical, so it's not too bad, but you're losing ADS as well, which is why I opted for the MSP hand stop right here. Then for the barrel, we're going to throw on the Mammoth right here. I almost didn't see it. The second line Mammoth heavy barrel. This is going to give you guys bullet velocity, range, all that kind of stuff. Minimum and effective damage range up 16, bullet velocity 8. We're losing 4 sprint to fire, but again, it's worth having on the class. And then finally, the muzzle, we're not going to throw on any of these right here. We're going to go straight to either the Shadow Strike, which you guys could definitely throw on if you like the Shadow Strike, but if you really want to be crazy, throw on the Jack BFB, and this is going to put that recoil under so much control. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the Shadow Strike, for example, right here, and we're going to go into the actual firing range. You guys will see it in action. It's not that bad. The class is actually really easy to control, as you guys can see right there. Even at long range, it's not bad to control, but if you want that really under control, you could go ahead and throw on the Jack BFB, which is kind of crazy. I get it, because you're definitely visible on that radar, your direction and everything too, but this one right here barely has any recoil whatsoever. Those long shots become just so easy to hit. If I don't run out of bullets, I would have definitely had him down. Probably took one more, as you guys can see right there. So definitely worth running on as well. And I think there's one more. I forget what it's called, but I think there's one more that you guys could have ran right here. It's not a suppressor, so you will be visible, but I think it was this one right here, the ELR Black Fire Compensator, and that's gonna actually be really nice as well. I'm sweating a lot here, man. It's crazy, but it is what it is. And you guys can see that's actually really easy to control as well. You are visible, but not your direction, so that's kind of good too. So you guys can choose whichever one you want. That's it for the class setups. If you guys enjoyed this week's top 5, let me know down in the comments below by dropping a like and leaving a comment. Let me know your favorite weapon in the game. Sub to the channel if there's no reason on. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Nick, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.